I am Matt Shoemaker from the Live American History blog, and this is OER Week, Day 2. This week, over at the Live American History blog, I am sharing out some resources that I have used in my classroom this year. I want to make those open and available to anybody. I believe that we get our best results by sharing our best practices and not hoarding them away somewhere like Gollum with our precious. So if you missed the day 1 video, the link is in the description below, so you should definitely go back and check that out. So in true webcam confessional style, I've revealed yesterday that not everything we teach in history is the most exciting. So kids think, oh my God, this is so boring. Well, teachers think that too, right? Today, another little chestnut I'd like to share with you is that I hate worksheets. Hate them. Hate them. You know that scene in The Sound of Music where Julie Andrews is twirling around in the mountains? I imagine something similar, only I am twirling around giant heaps of worksheets that are burning in these huge flames, and it's this perfect Saturnalia of destruction. That's close to my feeling of worksheets. I do go out of my way to eliminate as many as possible. And ideally, I would love my room to be 100% paper free, 90% paper free. But it's just not a reality in my building, in my district. We are working towards improving our technology and pushing towards a one-to-one initiative, but we're not there yet. So when we get technology, we have to use it to its fullest. To try and bridge that gap between having to use worksheets because we don't have technology and wanting to milk our technology for all that it's worth in those few precious moments when we have it, I started looking for ways that I could get the most bang for my buck out of every single time a computer is in my room. The best way that I could describe Hyperdocs is that it is an interactive, hyperlinked document. A Hyperdoc takes it further. A Hyperdoc is something that the student actually has to engage with more than just clicking on a link. The name Hyperdoc is a bit of a misnomer because you do not have to use just Google Docs to do this. For the 2 examples that I'm sharing with you, I made these on slides. And if we go into present, you can see what the kids would see when they get this. So we covered the Crusades and we were moving into the Renaissance during the Age of Exploration. So on this second slide, I put this, just a reminder, because my kids do not have technology every day. So instead of telling them to make a copy 120 times, I put it in the document for them to use. So again, this is just reviewing the Crusades. They are replacing the text placeholder that I had put there with text that they knew, things that they knew, things that they took from their notes, things that they took online about the Crusades. The diaspora works much the same way, and writing about some of the inventions that were used and what they were used for. The timeline, one thing I like about these is that you can do movable elements. So if I just go back to this, we can see that the kids could actually take these elements and drag them where they thought they needed to go, and you could create a timeline. You could do matching like this as well. So there's several things you could do in this kind of format. Again, we can do the Google search feature inside slides to find art and compare. It lends itself to some very open-ended type questions and discussions as well. You can put links in here to different readings that you can host in Drive or online. Kids can actually edit the document and track things. And this was a fun one that they like to do, using new and old world materials after the Columbian Exchange to talk about making a pizza that they would enjoy. So that is something that it was easy to create, it was fun to create, it's interactive, and it covers a wide range of Bloom's taxonomy, which is difficult to do in just one document, in just one worksheet. This is another Hyperdoc that I created for the same unit. This was actually built using a template from Teachers Give Teachers. So that is one way that you can use a template, and you can see how you can add things to it, and make it your own. This one, the Explore feature, they watched a video from Crash Course on YouTube. They reviewed their notes in order to prepare them for what I was asking them to do. They had a spot to explain what they had just learned and how they brought in what they had reviewed and the new information, and blended it together. And then we used ThingLink to apply what they had learned. So I say in here, and if you go back in and you read this, I left their product up to them. They could create what they wanted as long as it met 3 learning targets for our standard. I suggested ThingLink to the kids because I love it, and it's easy to use, and it's interactive, and the kids enjoy making it once they try. And so I think that 95% of the kids used ThingLink, and we got some good results. Some kids made some physical products, some kids made some other things in slides or in docs. So if you are just starting planning Hyperdocs, or if you're a teacher who likes to save time, I would just go to the hyperdocs.co page, click on Resources and Templates, and what you will find is a whole page of templates that will open up in a Google Doc, and you can just make a copy of that and add to it. This Hyperdoc template that I have included a link to on Day 2 Resources is awesome in the fact that not only does it have the structure for planning a Hyperdoc and working through that, but it also has ideas within each section, places to get resources, places to get more information about what students should be doing or could be doing in that particular section. My students enjoy doing Hyperdocs much more than a worksheet. We do a lot of project-based learning, inquiry-based learning. We do a lot of primary source analysis in my room. So a computer is not something that we use all the time, and worksheets are not something that we use all the time. It's just something about that flat, static paper in front of them. Hyperdocs changes that. The only students who really complain about the Hyperdocs are the ones that struggle reaching the upper levels of Bloom's taxonomy, just because it's difficult for them, I think. But the kids enjoy finding videos. The kids enjoy researching online and finding their own path through history instead of me giving it to them directly. And I am able to see exactly where the learning breaks down. It really helps me in our standards-based graded system to figure out what students need help on, because here they can do this, but they can't do this. They can do this level of Bloom's taxonomy, but they can't move on to the next thing. They can explain, but they can't evaluate. They can't analyze. And so that's been really helpful for me as a teacher. Hyperdocs are not just a history thing. Hyperdocs can be used in any discipline, even outside of the core area. Things like FACS or PE could use Hyperdocs. It's just figuring out what things to plug into the different categories. So I hope that the next time you are planning a unit and you have the choice between a worksheet or a Hyperdoc, give Hyperdocs a chance. Check the blog tomorrow, liveamericanhistory.blogspot.com, where I will be sharing one of the most fun and engaging assessment techniques I have found in the last couple years, and that is called app smashing.